You've been studying institutional fraud, financial fraud, malpractice, things like that for years, and you obviously are aware of this great taking concept. What was your reaction when you first heard about the great taking?
But when I first heard about this concept of the great taking, it sounded really implausible. And you're right, I've been studying this stuff for almost 20 years now. I know that there are very bad actors who seek to liberate our money from us and take our freedoms from us. You know, I've been following these people and these institutions for literally decades now. But when I got a phone call from some guys I knew at one of the top conservative think tanks in America, and they said, "No, Alex, we actually have looked at the laws in 3 Republican states and 3 Democrat states, and the laws have, in fact, been changed, just like David Webb is saying in his book, The Great Taking." I thought, okay, this is actually a serious issue. I really need to dig into this. So I got in touch with David Webb and started digging into this, got in touch with some of the lawmakers who were looking at this, and realized, wow, it is real. And that's stunning for me because, you know, like I said, I've followed these people for long enough that I don't put almost anything past them, but this just seemed too breathtaking. But here we are. We've got smoking gun evidence that they actually changed the laws, and they are actually plotting a monumental heist. As a financial expert, as a fiduciary, I mean, how did you feel when you first uncovered this?
I'll never forget it. It was actually May of 2025, and I come across this interview with David Webb, and he's saying how all of our assets, all of our securities can be legally taken in the event that the custodian were to fail. That just shocked me because, you know, we have a pretty large retirement planning firm headquartered out of Nashville. So I started looking into it further, and I almost never buy Wi-Fi on the plane. I just think it's a ripoff. But I bought Wi-Fi that day, and I started going through as much content as I possibly could, and I ended up coming across Stop It, The Great Taking, which James Patrick had put out, and it shocked me to my core because it documented a legal battle that took place in my hometown of Nashville with Bud Holsey, and that just got my wheels turning. I had a hard time sleeping that night, and one thing led to another, and as I started talking to these legislators and these attorneys, sure enough, man, this is irrefutable. This is bulletproof. The skeptical side of me was like, this cannot be possibly true. This is like, you know, tinfoil hat, conspiratorial. Like, I thought Alex Jones was on another level. No, this is like on a whole other level entirely. This is another planet of conspiracy. It's true. I mean, this is about the biggest lie that you could possibly perpetuate, and we've bought it. A lot of people are not aware of it. So, you know, that obviously is what compelled me to invest as much money as I've invested into this film. It's got a lot of experts in it, but I think it's going to blow the whistle on what is actually the case for people's hard-earned savings, and then also practically what they can do, because right now, unfortunately, the way things are set up, we tried to fix it recently. I went to war with the bank lobby here in Tennessee, and I lost, you know. For the 3rd year in a row, we lost, but until this is changed at the local level, one state will be the linchpin, I believe. But until it's changed, our money's vulnerable of being taken.